Hello, folks. I'm the Red. This is Hollywood Animal, and last we left off, we were actually just kind of properly stepping into our studio policy, our former studio policy of Trash Kings, making some trash movies that we intend to uh, air. I want to say air, but that's, television terminology. We want to screen as uh, two films back to back. Um, we're working on some various other things, some more quality things to start to work on our boutique stuff too. 6% of 2000 is I'm gonna set up distribution for 200. um War Criminal. Joe Sullivan, finish that. Joe, you are a historical writer. You're also a quality writer is the thing. I'm gonna tell you to go fetch us an idea. You will get one. You're pretty good at it. I mean, statistically, you'll get one. HR. Due to President Roosevelt's emergency order to intern the Japanese, all Asians working at our studio were transferred to concentration camps. No one bothered checking their citizenship or even their actual heritage. The studio's lost 84 employees, and we've had to hire replacements. The monthly worker salary cost increased from 40,000 to 41. Okay, little minimal increase. Fortunately, one of our best actors, Tatsuya Igawa, was among those sent to the concentration camps. He was taken alongside his sizable family. It's clear the authorities aren't making any exceptions. Yep. I did mention that I was afraid that was going to happen, and it indeed has. Um, yeah. Asian is now 0%. Uh, if we go. Let's make that our spread now. Employees. Sydney Einhorn. You're a quality producer for us. You're asking only 1 million and some for another 5 years. Ricky, you're in the same boat, same rough amount of quality, asking 500,000. Yeah, our film school is going to soon be completed. Amber Spilt. This was quality. We're voting here. I'm going to say, okay, I need 5. I'm gonna say 1,000. I might get away with 800, 900, something like that. But I'm not gonna bank on it because we spend this regardless of whether or not it goes through. So I might as well spend 1,000 now rather than 800 now and then 1,000 later. Yeah, I could have gone 800, but I just didn't know. Yeah, they're beating up our people. Gernstein's wanting to ban 5 film contracts. Then Amber Spilt here is releasing 5 stars. 3 stars. We're really looking... Bone Grinder, 1 star. Yeah, that's the killer. I mean, we got a couple of 5 stars in there. Actual 3 5 stars. This is still going to be good in terms of critical review. But what I want to do is remove Wizard War from the code. Ah, it's the Pollux Awards. Hello, my name is Rudy Ross. This is the 10th annual Pollux Awards. This year's I'm filling in for my friend Harlan Starsurf. As you all know, the rascal got tired of making fun of Hollywood's elite and decided to go do something a little less risky. Pick up a rifle and head for the front. I hope he comes back safe and sound. You can't hide from us forever, Harlan. Enjoy the warm and cozy foxhole. First nominated for Best Actor, Albert Schultz for American Stardust. He also went to the front. Nominees for Best Actress, Joanne Spencer, Duelist Haven. Nominees for Best Director. I think all of these guys have won one. Will Doyle for American Stardust. Nominees for Best Screenplay. Ollie Hayes for Clatter. Nominees for Best Cinematography, Randy McKinney, also for Clatter. Nominees for Best Film. And the winner is Clatter. Concludes the 1942 Pollux Awards. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again next year. Okay. We could have gotten more snubbed. Let's pay our taxes. Charlie Graham at the war is being established as a detective movie kind of guy. 120 screenings. Let's... Timothy McKinney. Dead. Sudden illness. I don't like that it highlights that so that we can click on him. Mr. Kennel, this film is ready to go into post. Let's go to Raphael. Merrill here. I mean, this is the only thing that's still fresh. So it's going up. I don't want to go too long without something actually releasing. Retired Legend and Arthurian Legends. This is a kind of mess of a film. Let's go with that as our poster. I mean, nothing's gonna run against you here, so 20, 24, 20, 16, 12, Irvine, roll 5 weeks early, 4 weeks after. Advertising, let's go Velvet Gloss and Spark. Newspapers, billboards, something like that. I don't know. I literally don't know. It's saying that it's all equal. Voting day for the 5 film contract ban yet again. They just keep trying to push this through. It's getting a little excessive. If I recall, last patch notes, they said that this was something that they had added, that the Film Alliance is more aggressive with the voting, with pushing concepts through, pushing bans through. I'm gonna again say I'm gonna actually push 1200 this time up. Yeah, 1000 would have been fine. I just rather be on the safe side. I'd rather spend a little extra now than have to double spend later. I'm gonna go ahead, start a project. Wait, hold on. Yeah, we have actually in a week a quality script coming through. Congress has approved a massive increase in the corporate tax rate from 11% to 53%. In a time of global war and an existential threat to democracy, this is our duty to amass a solid basis to continue the fight against evil. This will be the contribution of business to our common cause, said Treasury Secretary Owen Freeman on introducing tax reform in Congress. Freeman promised the increase was only temporary. How can you count your earnings when our soldiers are counting their bullets? But believe me, as soon as our boys return victorious, we shall revisit this decision. I'm gonna I was in the process of double checking our writers are all working. Your 2% of 200 and distribution. And archive it. Producer, give me a 5-year contract with the works. Joe Warren, you're the same. Give me that 5-year contract with the works. You want the same amount, more or less. A luxurious banquet. Yeah, this caps out at 8 stars here. Okay, let's start this project. Best cinematographer we have. Let's get it a soundstage. Considering shooting it entirely on location. Actually, I mean, you are a star better. Okay. None of these would actually be better on location rather than on a soundstage. So let's shoot the whole thing on soundstage. Our filming tech will be the best we've got. The blue term vivid. Sound tech, the frame tone pure. Many extras and props and crew as you possibly could need. Or what? Our producers. You're good until 46. Let's get another one. Nope, not you. Chester Blair. Our best director. I mean, Will Doyle, this is an action drama. I mean, action drama, that's literally right up your thing. Is there a shootout? There is not specifically a shootout. But action drama, this is right up your alley, Will. Now what we're gonna need is a number of actors. Honestly, we're gonna need so many actors that I think I'm going to cancel this project for now, because we've got a bunch of things that are coming due here. Hardened Cynic. Oh, Herbert. So let me double check. Do I want to buy any of these? Let's purchase and shelve this. And if I go here in our technology management, the Dupler Compact, um, 4, 5, 6. Honestly, I care less about the Dupla Compact and the Compact S than just using the Flumen. Um, and our research group's gonna break through on the film sound so soon here that I think we might just end up waiting for the film sound to finish before we move forward on anything else. Shelve this project. But I think we might want to consider Tudor Island, sci-fi, detective. What award did you get? Best Actress for Joanne Spencer playing a soldier. Okay, let's go. Create a sequel. To... Wait, what? Okay, hold on. 1 second. Going to release films. Tudor Island. Is it still... It's not. Cave of Wonders. I was looking for Tudor Island. And if not that, Place on the Sun, was this? If not Tudor Island, Duelist Haven. I go storyboard, create a sequel. Oh, there they are. Were they not? Was that there the whole time? Duelist Haven. Let me... Oh. I hate that this game cuts out sound if I tab out, so I'm very inclined not to tab out. Lieutenant. I don't know how you're supposed to normally notate that. Lieutenant. Green. Let's see. The thing beneath the sea. Placeholder. So I mean, I'm looking at this as historical, and then I'm thinking from modern day, you know, Tropical Island, like my brain goes historical World War II. That doesn't make sense right now. So, um, let's drop the historical, sci-fi action. Let's add in adventure. In the setting, Tropical Island, her dreams crushed at the end. I'm going to say is an element of, you know, cosmic horror. Commonly, you know, she gets home, but it has the downer ending of, oh, you got home, sure, but you're insane now. Like batshit. Usually portrayed by being in an insane asylum. Let's move it to the countryside. And it was the Duelist Haven before. Far from home. Or close to home. Far from the sea. The sea. Do we keep the same ancient evil? Let's drop the magical lesson. Let's drop the search for a killer. For themes, struggle for a better life, sure. This is kind of interesting because it's the opposite of what we want. We want from the big time to something more personal. Protagonist close one dies. I want war as hell. Fragmented narrative. Maybe a crime of necessity. Let's change the ending to... This is protagonist reformed. It's callous, but it's not what we are. Protagonist restored faith in ideals. I like it. As for characters, brother in arms. Yeah, let's go with something like this. Select a screenwriter. Felix, I'll give this to you because I'm gonna give Herbert some time to write. Oh, our thing is almost done here. Amber Spilt, 4 weeks, a quarter of 12s is 6-3. Let's don't click on end. Let's say we give you 10,000, 8, 6, 4. You want to renegotiate your contract. Very easy. Only want $1 million. Cork bottle here is a decent enough movie. Let's give it to our quality people. Construction completed on the film school. So yeah, we're gonna start raising people's skill levels. Anyone who has hit their cap, screenwriters, none of you are available. Directors, producers. Jack, actually you can't because you're already producing something. Carl Maxwell? Cinematographers. Cornelius, you're actually pretty close to your cap. Editors. Bobby. Composers. Wait, but are you at max level? Oh, I also forgot from the end of last episode. Oh, we're not holding a banquet? Why aren't we holding a banquet? We need some gifts for some people. Chinese ribbon. This is a little more mediocre than the last movie. Jacqueline, why don't you take this? Along with, say, Alfred. Cave of Wonders, 12 weeks, you're at 1%. And distribution. Archive this. Hand of Goliath is... I mean, there's worse movies. Shelve it, Trench Rats. Throw a rat party if not everyone's happy. Editor. Hold on. Throw a master class for our editors. Maximum skill level. Like, I know that you have hit your max, but I thought you could... are there just some people that we can never get above a certain skill level? I'm gonna say... Dale. Wait, hold on. What? Oh, is this raising... This is not the experimental training. So, if we go here... Experimental trainings help employees overcome their developmental ceiling. I thought that's what I was putting people into. Oh, wow, that requires us to sweep the Pollux. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, that might be difficult. We are working on 10 element movies, which will cap us out in terms of you know, quality. Go ahead, add a security agent here. Along with you, I want you to use a second unit too. You finish building another soundstage or two. So those people I put in, I literally targeted the worst people to put into the master class instead of the best. Yep, that sounds about right. Jed Payne, you're good. Go ahead, use the 1% speed up. Let's shelve this. And go get us another idea. Terry, why don't you do the same? You want your contract renewed. $2 million, sure. Howard Globe. You're gonna ask for 3 million. Squire's Tale. it's getting shelved for like a couple of days because what I'm waiting for Homer Jones, go ahead, complete your training. Yeah. Film sound. If I want to upgrade the Flumen, I'm gonna say this is gonna take less than a year. I want to develop our own 13mm color. It's gonna take quite a while. Quite a while. If we don't have anything to buy, right? Yeah, go ahead. Start improving the Flumen. We might still use it for some films. Trench Rats here. Go ahead, do post. Interlinear translation. Your 10% of 4 is 400. Ooh. Not good reviews. Yeah, there's a 3-star. Making the protagonist find love a little stale. What's stale about you? Love interests. The undead. Villain's right hand. Love interest. We did increase our sound tech, which was the thing I was waiting on to start the next project of Squire's Tale. I mean, the Squire's Tale is... yes. Quality. I'm not happy that the list of sound stages was, yeah, I don't like that. That's off-centered. It should not be like that, and there's no scroll bar for it, so if I can't scroll on it, I'm SOL. Medieval Town is still the longest thing, even though it's on soundstage, so everything else can be shot on location, sure. Yeah, we're gonna extend your contract. Filming tech will be the blue term vivid. Sound tech, we're going now with film sound. I mean, it costs more, but it saves us time. Which ultimately may cost us... Actually, it is significantly more. The running costs are almost double. But that's fine. Our team... We're gonna check contracts. You're 46. Johnny, you're the same. Our director, Jasper... And Roy Hart's not established in anything. And he's almost as good. As the movie is action primarily, and none of these elements are going to line up, I'm going to give it to Roy. This is our 5-artist movie. So, yeah, you're the one that we wanted to give the gifts to because you weren't happy. I'm gonna play the knight. Our damsel. I'm gonna have the Alma. Mysterious Guide. Genevieve. Villains, our old friend turned enemy. Alfred. And our villain's right hand. We're all artists. So let's start this. Our writers are... Joe could actually write something, and I might have him do so. But in the meantime, we're gonna start another project. Serve your nation. I mean, we're not going to the front to film this. Let's put it entirely on soundstage, yes? Yes, entirely on soundstage. Filming tech be the blue term vivid. Sound tech should be film sound, extras, props, crew. Our producers need contracts long enough. Chester, you could be one of them. Roger, you could be the other. Our director... We are action drama. I mean, comedy, your drama. Will Doyle is action drama. There's no shootout. Will Doyle, why don't we have you do this? For our soldiers. We need quite a few. For... This is... Anger Broths. Edward, you can be that. Villain's right hand. Irene, why don't you pick that roll up? And if I went to hire actors... I could hire a couple if I really wanted to. But I have actors here. I might have to pay them an inducement to work through. We're gonna hire an actor. Bobby, I'm not paying you $500,000 for one film. Salvador. 5-year contract. And Kevin Fox. You have one of Pollux. And you're a star. And then we need a mentor. Who's the oldest guy here? You know what? I'm gonna have Bob Gray play the mentor. And for our villain, let's say, where's Jenkins? Why don't you take that role? And Franklin Carroll. How much do you want for 5 years? I mean, you know your level of skill. I said 3 years. Might as well go for the full 5 if I'm hiring you at all, right? Um, there we are, a couple of quality films in pre-production. Our luxurious banquet is ended, so let's hold another one. Another film through production. Medium quality. I'm gonna give it to Aura. And this guy, just to make sure that the quality stays up. Do I want you to repeat training? Yeah. Yeah, let's get a couple of skilled people. In fact, Homer Jones. One more time. One more time. Go back into training. We also have a couple of movies ready to come out. And we really should put at least one of them out. Western Kennel is horror thriller in the countryside. I like this just because it's got some actual color to it. And we're doing color films now, so Irvine, why don't you print it? Lalulelo. Sorry, 12,000. 10. We're gonna run against that, the Western Kennel. Let's bring the advertising a week early. You're saying young men, not boys. Specifically not girls, too. So let's go that. The newspaper. Van Pascal. And the radio. Something like that. Patsy Stevenson. Wants to renew her contract. Doesn't want much. Ernest Simmons. I said 5 years. You want less than 100,000 with the perks. New story element: torture in captivities. I'm going to have you finish that. Joe, you're gonna finish yours too. Our ideas. Yeah, this is a mess of a movie. Romance in World War II with a knight. No, just drop that. American Civil War, Clumsy Oaf, romance. Why don't we give that to you, Edwin? Action in the Middle Ages. Joe, why don't we give that to you. Yeah, Joe, why don't we give that to you? And then, Joe, why don't you go search for an idea? Ah. Names are a funny thing like that. But, yeah, we're continuing to produce movies. Our money is dropping. And our movies are still making money. We're slowing down a little bit in it. And we've got a bunch of stale elements. If we check our actors... Melo, you're... Okay, Tudor Island was one of the ones where we were considering writing a sequel to... But right now our actors are tied up. And we had a bunch of people renew their contract recently, so that's going to have a knock-on effect. What I will say is maybe we start a project from down on this list where like half characters are women. It's gotta be. Here's one. Mortal Soul. It's stale, but I don't think we're producing any more undead movies at the moment. So let's produce another one. I mean, it'll eventually stop being stale, and then we can just do it. City Streets going onto a soundstage is not a good idea. Our filming tech, Blue Turn Vivid, sound tech, it's a film. Producer Chester Blair. And then Joe Warren, you're 47, yeah. Our director... I mean, you're gotta be known for this. Jasper. Actually, Lewis, why don't we give this to you? Our ambitious woman. Joanne, why don't you play that? Our undead. I'll give that to Lydia. And yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and put a little stop here. Our films are just sort of ticking along. We improved our sound tech, maybe. I'm not sure how much of an improvement it is. Maybe we should consider repairing some of our places here. We'll have to, you know, have things come to a stop for a hot second. Ooh, repairing the security. Yeah, I remember repairing the security being a massive pain. Because it means all of our agents have to come back. Which means we basically have to get the entire studio to come to a grinding halt. Or we have to have a couple of things. A couple of, we have to stop putting agents on movies, and then we need to pull them off of their spots on... It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. But that'll be considerations for next time. If you've enjoyed this Let's Play so far, go ahead and leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you want to see more. I am happy to see that we haven't hit those bugs again. It was really cropping up consistently there for a moment. I think we found the solution, where just make sure that no one's close to having their contract run out while the movie's going into production. In any case, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.